Up next, the Bulls taking on the Celtics. For the Chicago Bulls, the best record in the NBA. And it's no accident. An elite team that expects to win every time they take the floor. Celtics Bulls is next. We'll be right back. Welcome, everyone, to Noche and Beyond. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sideline. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
And with that rotation not at full strength, someone else is going to have to step up and fill that role.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Toppin is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Ty Jerome. And it's Larson in at the small forward. And for Chicago, Buzelis out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Khalil Ware. Then there's Irving. And it's Shireman in at the 2. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. And he makes that one.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Pass to Toppin. The Celtics working the ball around now. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Toppin. 5 to shoot. No good on the 3. Chicago with the ball. Outside Irving. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey, Stan, how about the Boston Celtics? Back-to-back 60-win seasons.
Well, Kevin, winning 50 is a great season. 60 wins is simply incredible. We have lots of regular seasons where no team wins 60. Credit Joe Mazzulla, his staff, and players for keeping this thing rolling.
And he makes the first.
And in terms of ball handling, this guy is just on another level. Kyrie Irving can put it on a string and just run circles around the defense.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Pass to Jerome. Here's Larson. Outside, SGA. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Toppin can't get it to go. Here's Buzelis. SGA defending. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Drills the three-pointer. Giannis has got 5.
Well, look, it's big trouble for the defense when Giannis is hitting the three-point shot. There is no stopping.
Tapping a screen on Irving. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. They can't stop the run with that one. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us.
Caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks. Here's Jerome. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Toppin passes to Adebayo. Outside, Porter. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, look, that's another missed opportunity. 1 for 5 now from the field.
It's good. He has 7.
And Giannis seems almost automatic from that close. You have to deny the entry or he'll burn you.
Here's Jerome. And And that one's good by Porter.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's the lob, and Kumbo. That shot off the mark.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Toppin kicks to Porter. Toppin sets a screen for Porter. A three-pointer, no good. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, and it's one thing to get the shots you want. It's another to make them. They've got good scorers on this team.
The Celtics making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. On defense, the Celtics trailing by 5. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Irving. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
There's a screen by Toppin. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's stolen by Adebayo. Here is Porter. 8 points his last outing.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Irving, good.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And here's Adebayo, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Adebayo, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. To stand, multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender. All right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
First one falls for him. Hey, Stan, given that we're in the late portion of the season, what would you advise the playoff-bound teams?
Well, it's really simple, Kevin. Make sure you're healthy and playing your best basketball. Seriously, if you can accomplish both those things, you've got a shot at a deep run in the postseason.
Thomas checked in for Boston. And Adebayo drops them both.
I don't know any coach who wouldn't love to have a Bam Adebayo. His versatility and commitment to the game are just outstanding.
Ayton, the pass to Giannis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, Giannis knew that pass was coming his way, so he's able to get elevated right on time.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Thompson. Celtics passing it around. White against Thomas. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Over in the corner, Sasser. No good from outside.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Porter passes to Thomas. Porter with the screen for Thomas. And he nails the jumper. Thomas got it back down to single digits for the Celtics.
Thomas flashing his handles. He can get creative with the ball.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now, here's Adebayo. He's coming off a 22-point game against Indiana. Back to Porter. To the inside. Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just so strong. Bam. He's just so tough to stop.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
Boston making some changes. Jock Landale's checked in for Toppin. And it's Ty Jerome in for Cameron Thomas.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
And Adebayo, no good on that one. And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the four without question.
Here's Jerome, following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. Thompson looking for an opening. Here's Adebayo, and it's blocked. Comes one, leading the fast break. Here's Irving. Rebound Boston. They defeated him.
It's all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, and you know, coaches honestly wouldn't have as much to do if guys shot like that every night.
Outside Irving. And that one is good. Irving's got his third basket of the night right there.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Bulls. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
They've got Ayton. White is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Eve Misi. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And this is Thompson's calling card, an exceptional shooter from downtown.
White the pass to Irving. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Irving's got 11.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Thompson, high post. Outside, Porter. Shoots over White. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Look at Porter going into attack mode, getting his shot and a trip to the line.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Celtics making a switch here. Larson's checked in. Free throw good. Porter. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks. We know Kyrie Irving is going to get his buckets, but he wants to keep everyone involved. He said, what's worked for me is allowing others to shine their light in their own capacity, encouraging them to do so, and then, when it's my turn, just flourishing in that role. Guys?
He does it well. All right, Allie, we thank you very much.
The veteran presence and leadership Love brings to the floor is unmatched.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, what you like about Love is his leadership, both on the floor and off it. He takes this seriously.
Here's Misi, and Misi throws it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Now here's Porter. He has 7. Off the mark.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Fast break. Here we go. Landale up top. Jerome deciding where to go with it. And here's Love. There's the triple. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Outside, White. Pass to Ayton. The kick out to Irving. They get it again. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, Ayton has always been a solid offensive rebounder, and he's got the numbers to back it up.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And the Bulls making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Austin also with the sub. Adebayo's checked in. And so it's Boston with it. 9-point game. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. To the middle, here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
It's always good to see Ayton going up strong, using his physical gifts.
Outside, Porter. Here's Larson, defended by Batum. Jerome, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Pass to Larson. Now Landale. Now Jerome. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. The rebound by the Celtics.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Pass to Jerome. Here's Adebayo. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Well, Adebayo makes his living on the interior. He's so dangerous close to the bucket.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Make some noise for your incredible.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Newell, he's checked in for Jock Landale. Klay Thompson comes in for Kevin Porter. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Ty Jerome. Buzelis with the ball. Still yet to score. Outside Irving. Second shot opportunity, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard to find out which teams have had the hottest shooters since All-Star. The Bulls in second.
No doubt their offense has really hit its stride. I mean, they're making...
Free throw, good, Irving.
And Irving is one of the most gifted players we've ever seen. I mean, who still continues to play at a high level.
Porter comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. Celtics trail by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's stolen. Floats it up for Giannis. There's Giannis. Look out below.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Outside, Adebayo. And he makes good on the layup. Adebayo's got 4 this quarter.
He's found something here in this second quarter. This is when you want to keep feeding him.
Irving passes to Ware. Now here's Giannis. Misses the 3.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Now here's Porter. 7 points in the game. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Larson with the bucket.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
The Bulls leading by 8. Outside Irving. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Now Buzelis. Back to Giannis. Rebound Boston. Thompson right side. 1:14 left now here in the second. There's Porter with the 3. That one doesn't go. Chicago's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Giannis says, get off me!
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
You see yourself on the screen? You should watch the vs.Bulls.
Kobe White, he's checked in for Irving. The Celtics also changing it up. Toppin, he's checked in for Jock Landale. Cameron Thomas comes in for Thompson. And it's Ty Jerome in for Kevin Porter. And 1:01 left in the first half of basketball. Toppin sets a screen for Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, Adebayo there throwing it down with a little attitude.
Pass to Sharman. Back to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo playing strong inside.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Outside Thomas. 4 on the clock. Shoots from the corner. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
And so it's Chicago going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shots. One more time, a round of applause for our participants.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
You look at the Celtics, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Chicago Bulls.
As a team, you love a night like this when the game feels simple. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat, and pass, shoot, score, repeat.
Nothing else to add to that, guys.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. If you look at Antetokounmpo in this game, has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Chicago leading by 10. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Gilgeous Alexander out there with Ty Jerome. Then there's Toppin. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Larson in at the 3. Now here's Adebayo. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pass to Larson. Now Jerome. Shot clock at 5. Gonzalez grabs the board. Floats it up for Giannis. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. If you're wondering who's been the best among the men in the middle, look no further. Here are the leaders in rebounding for the second half of the season. 5th is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He has taken his rebounding very seriously since the break. It's really paid off for him and his team.
Pass to Toppin. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Adebayo the screen. Larson, no good. Chicago leading by 10. Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Irving. And the foul on Obi Toppin. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Antetokounmpo against Toppin. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Giannis from outside. And Boston with the rebound. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Toppin, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Inside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Shireman's got his first bucket of the night.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Commissioner Adam Silver talked about tweaking the game. He said analytics take sports in a certain direction because it's a coach and GM's job to win, and they'll do everything they can to do so under the existing rules. It's on us to adjust because we're also looking at the aesthetic appeal of the game. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. No good from Irving.
They've had a quiet start to this half, hitting just one of their first 4 attempts.
Jerome passes to Larson. SGA from outside.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Giannis outside. There's the pick. Oh, Giannis punches it home.
Great use of the pick by Antetokounmpo. Reading the game and getting the hoop.
Pass to SGA. From past the arc. Larson with the bucket. Larson's got 6 points.
You can't give a shooter that kind of look on the perimeter. I don't care who it is.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive. And now a chance to take a look at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top-5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. Now, here's Antetokounmpo, 17 points in the game. Shoots the 3. Out to the right wing. Buzelis to the right side. And another shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Just too much Giannis there. We're seeing why they named him the Greek Freak.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition buckets.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
And that one misses.
Well, he's one of the most unguardable players in the league. Antetokounmpo's length and speed is simply otherworldly.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Klay Thompson. For the 3. Irving misses.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Thompson for 3. It's all in by the Bulls. Antetokounmpo's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Buzelis. And here is Irving. Shoots over Jerome. And again, no good by Chicago. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for Boston. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Irving's got his 4th rebound in this one. Count it, good. 21 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems like every night Giannis is having his way with other teams. Tonight, another big scoring.
Jerome finds Adebayo. Shoots a fader. Chicago grabs the miss. Here's the lob. Antetokounmpo. Jerome with the steal. Pass to SGA. Thompson right side. Outside, SGA. And Adebayo throws it down.
I love when they put Adebayo in that action. Bam is really quick for his size, making him hard to track.
Now, here is Irving. 13 points in the game. outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Shireman. 4 on the shot clock. A nice shot by Irving.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Then for the Celtics, Jock Landale comes in for Bam Adebayo. And Kevin Love is subbed in for Toppin. .136 left in the third. Now Jerome. No scoring in this one. Here's Thompson. Chicago grabs the miss. Nisi's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to White. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from SGA. Thompson in the corner. Love kicks to SGA. Thompson outside. Here's Jerome. Shot clock at 6. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. From distance, Shea puts it through.
And you have to know that's coming from Gilgeous-Alexander. He is not shy beyond the arc.
Pass to Sasser from 12 feet out. The shot that time not on target. Celtics trail by 11. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's SGA. Batum inside. He's guarded by Love. Here's White. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's Ayton. Batum for 3. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And don't go away. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Kobe White. Eve Messi is out there with Batum. Then there's Irving. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Known as a shooter, Thompson's size allows him to score inside as well.
Fires for 3. And it's White missing. Celtics trail by 9. On the wing, Thompson. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Pass to Batum for 3. Rebound by the Celtics. We played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. The Bulls leading by 6. Over in the corner, White traps in the tray.
Well, he shoots a high volume of threes. White not picky where he takes them from.
Thompson outside. Pass to Porter. Adebayo with a screen on Irving. Here's Porter. Can't hit from 12. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's led by as many as 14 points. Irving finds Batum. Bulls moving the ball around. And it's White missing.
Well, with this team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
On the wing, Porter. Covered by Irving. Landale with the bucket.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bulls. The Celtics also changing it up. Obi Toppin's checked in for Jock Landale. And Thomas subbed in for Klay Thompson. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, you're just chucking up the first three you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work. Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. And the basket is good.
Almost effortless looking. Kyrie's motion inside is so well practiced.
Outside Thomas. Off target from outside.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, believe it or not, that's only his first turnover, taking care of the ball.
Bulls making a switch here. Sasser's checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Love's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Cameron Thomas. And it's Ty Jerome in for Porter. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Jerome against Irving. Pass to White. To the paint. Here's Giannis. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
At the line for the Bulls, Giannis Antetokounmpo taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
And he's good on the second. Here's SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander with great positioning inside.
An expert at getting into the lane and creating havoc. SGA.
And Ayton throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. SGA kicks to Love. Pass to Jerome. Takes the three. Larson, no good.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Irving. Five to shoot. Fires the three. Toppin pulls it in. Toppin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. And Toppin throws it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Bulls leading by 7. Sasser finds Giannis. From the left block, back to Sasser. Ayton, the pass to White. Giannis a screen on Toppin. Here's Antetokounmpo. Great pass to set up the lay-in. 24 points for Giannis.
What an impact White makes, whether he has the ball in his hands or not.
SGA. And yeah, it's good.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Dan Adebayo checked in for Kevin Love. The Bulls leading by 7. Buzelis with the ball. Outside Irving. Let's lose a 3. Cleared away by Adebayo.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Here's Toppin. Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3 doesn't go.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Irving fires. Another chance. Giannis breezing right through that defense.
Yeah, look, you've got to block out Antetokounmpo, or this is exactly what will happen.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, softly lays it in.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Moving against Gilgeous-Alexander. Not gonna go.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
They recover it.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instinct.
Adebayo outside. Here's Jerome. Toppin sets a screen for Jerome. Now Toppin. 4 on the clock. He got it right before the clock ran out.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Now, here's Irving. Off the glass.
And make no mistake, Irving wants the ball in his hands in these moments. His confidence is off the charts.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here's Jerome. SGA on the wing. Covered by Irving.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And that's an intentional foul. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Fourth personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for the Bulls,
Take a break.
taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that hole?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here is Toppin. He's off from 3. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
At the line for 2, Kyrie Irving.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Shoots the 3. So it's Chicago winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to on both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
So let's go courtside, where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game, Allie.
Giannis, an impressive performance. Talk about what this game showed you about.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. We'll see you next time.